Hello my friend, it's a Crypto Lunatic, back down to earth from the Lunar Café just for a limited period of time so that I can join you mere mortals on the earth where they're launching cryptos to see whether they get to the moon or not. Now it's mass fear, it's panic, everybody's worried at the moment. Well, most people. People with the big money, they're probably not so worried, they're too busy manipulating the market. So let's talk about what I'm seeing at the moment. So I always follow the ETF inflows and outflows, exchange traded funds. These are the institutionally grade products. This is BlackRock and their friends. Now Vanguard, they're involved, Grayscale. There's all sorts of big players. And of course, MicroStrategy, which just keep buying and buying and buying. Now there's an indicator. If MicroStrategy ever sell, then there's going to be massive panic. Because Michael Saylor is the big Bitcoin maxi. But the point being that there has been a flush out, and over the last week or so it's very mixed. They're in, then they're out. But one thing that I can tell you is over the last week or so that the big one, BlackRock, are more in than they are out. So it looks like maybe it could go either way. They could manipulate it one way or the other. But with the macro factors that are coming up, it does look like we're in a favourable environment. But of course nothing's for certain, and Trump only needs to mention tariffs and suddenly we're going to get tanked again. The point being that crypto is not for the faint-hearted. It can massively retrace, and in the short term you could lose money. But the market is discounted at the moment, and the ETF outflow seems to have stabilised. Seems to have. One thing's for certain, the Solana ETFs are getting big inflows. So while the Bitcoin's in and out, the Solana ETF is all very positive at the moment, which is why I think Solana is a really safe bet for the longer term. Now, could it go down further? Yes, it could. But I fancy that that is going to go up, and it's one of the safest blockchains because it's the one that most people use, my friend. About 80% of the transactions across all blockchains go on Solana, which means that if you're looking for relative safety, there's no such thing as complete safety in crypto, but relative safety, a secure, solid play, then Solana looks like an interesting entry point at the moment. And that is not financial advice. Do your own research, blah, blah, blah. And on that note, my friends, I'm off back to the Lunar Café. I'm off back to the moon to see which cryptos are going to arrive and join me on there in the Lunar Café. And if you've enjoyed this, then join the journey. Do subscribe, do comment, let me know your thoughts. I'll be interested to hear what you have to say.